Okay, now we are still looking at this very one, salt. We are still discussing salt. No difference between rational and irrational numbers. Rational number has no business with salt. Rational number has no connection with salt. The only connection we have here is irrational numbers. When you mention salt, you mention irrational number, we are talking about the same thing. A real number that cannot be expressed as a quotient of two integers is known as irrational number. Or a real number that cannot be expressed as a quotient or a fraction of two integers is known as what? Irrational numbers. We can also put it this way: a real number that cannot be expressed as a decimal, whether repeating or recurring, decimal, is known as irrational number or sort. But if you can express it in form of quotient, or in form of fraction, or in form of decimal, therefore we call them rational numbers. Please note the difference between rational and irrational numbers. Now we are looking at sort. These are major focus. Now sort is simply an expression that includes roots of number such as square root, cube root, third root. We have to do with cube root as well. Okay, the fourth root and the fifth root, sixth root, seventh root, etc. Example are all these: the square root of 5, the third root of 7, the fifth root of 3, etc. Now, from here now, what to now identify the one that are rational number and the one that are irrational. Remember, I told you that when you can express a number in form of fraction, or in form of quotient, or in form of decimal, therefore we can regard such numbers as rational numbers. But if you cannot express them, we refer to such number as irrational. Okay? Now, for the one of the square root of 2, it cannot be expressed as a fraction. Therefore, square root of 2 is simply irrational. Square root of 2 is simply irrational. Okay? Meaning we cannot express the square root of 2 as a fraction, okay, or as a decimal fraction without repeating or recurring. We have to now apply calculator to get the result for this. Therefore, now it will be difficult for us to just obtain the results direct in this very form. Okay, now, therefore, we can define this very one as irrational number or sort. Now, for the one of the second one is square root of 4. Square root of 4 is the same thing as 2, and 2 can as well be expressed as 2 over 1. Therefore, this one is rational. Remember, I told you that rational numbers are numbers that can be expressed or represented as a quotient, or as a fraction, or as a decimal. Okay, now for this one is irrational. Okay, now look at this one. One whole number, 5 over 4. That is square root of one whole number, 5 over 4. And this one is the mixed number. Therefore, what will you do? Change it to proper fraction, the improper mean. Change this very one to improper fraction. That is to say 4 times 1 is 4 plus 5 become 9 over 4. Now, it simply means that 9 over, that is square root of 9, and also the square root of 4. And when you get the square root of 9, we have 3, and the square root of 4 is 2. Therefore, can you see now that we are able to represent this very one as a fraction, which is what? Rational number. Therefore, 3 over 2 is a rational number. We can as well put it as a decimal fraction. Remember, I told you that this very rational number can as well be expressed as a decimal fraction, whether repeating or recurring. Let us see. For this one, I think I will be having, for this one, 3 divided by 2, it will be 1.5. This one is decimal fraction. Can you see that this one is terminating? It is not recurring. Okay, now let's see the other one. Okay, for this one is rational. We have not represented it. This one is rational. But for this one, okay, yes, it's rational, yes. This one is rational. We say it can be expressed as fraction, can as well be expressed as decimal fraction without repeating or recurring. Okay, for this one, root of 3. Root of 3. Can we really express this very one as a fraction or as a decimal? It cannot be as expressed. Therefore, root of 3 is irrational. Please take note, is irrational. Okay, this one is irrational. The third root of 5 is irrational. It will be difficult for us to express as a fraction or as a decimal fraction. Okay, for this one is also irrational. The square root of 7 is also irrational. This one here is rational. The third root of 8, because the third root of 8 is 2. The third root of 8 is 2. Please take note, the third root of 8 is 2. And 2 is can as well be expressed as 2 over 1. Therefore, this one is rational. Take note of that. Okay, for the other one, 1 over 7, 1 over 7 is rational. Please take note, I've done something of this very kind before. I've done something like this before. 1 over 7. It is rational. Let us see. Because it's a fraction. Can you see it's a fraction? Do you know that this fraction I can as well represent it in decimal? Now to do that, let me use non-division. Don't forget that the denominator will be outside, while the numerator will be inside. Now 7 share 1, it is not possible, therefore I'll put 0 here. 0 times 7 is 0. Okay, minus now become 1. Now can 7 share? No. Okay, put 0 here so they can share, become 10 here. 7 share 10, I will have 1. 1 times 7, here will be, okay, 7. Okay, now let us see. I will have here as 7. Now minus, here will be, okay, here is going to be 3. Now can 7 share 3 no? Put 0 again so that I can share it, become 30. 7 share 30, I will have here as 4. Because 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, let us see again. Minus it, when I minus, I will have, I'm going to have 2. I'll have 2. Now, can 7 share 2? No, it's not possible. Put 0 there. So 7 now share 20 now. I will have here, okay, 7 share 20. I will have here as 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, let us see again. Minus it. When I minus, I will have here as 6. Now, can 7 share 6? It's not possible. Put it there. Become there has 0 to become 60. 7 share 60, it will be 8. 8 times 7, we have 56. Now minus it again. When I minus, I'm going to have, okay, 60 minus 56. I will have here as 40. Now can 7 share, okay, let me remove the 0 first. Can 7 share 4? No, it's not possible. Put 0 here, become 40. 7 share 40, I will have 5. Here will be 5. 5 times 7, I will have here as 35. Okay, now minus 6, I will have here now as 5 again. Now put 0 here, become 50 again. Now can 7 share 50? It is not possible. It will be 7 because 7 times 7 is 49. Here is 49. Here will be what? 49. Now when you minus 6, when you minus this very one, it will continue. It will continue, meaning it will not end. It's going to continue. This kind of decimal is a terminating decimal. I will have to terminate it at this point. Okay, you can see that there are different digits. Okay, we call this type of decimal a terminating decimal. But if it repeats itself after the point, it repeats itself, therefore we can call it a recurrent decimal. Now, for this one, I'll be able to represent 1 over 7 as a decimal. Okay, whether in this form or in this form, therefore we call it a rational number. For this one is rational. This one is rational. For this very one is rational. Please take note. Okay, what about the other one there? Let us see the other one there. The one that has to do 1 over 3. 1 over 3, please take note that 1 over 3, when you do that, just use your long division method, you are going to have 0. I think you are going to be having 3, just like that. Use your calculator as well. Confirm that 1 divided by 3 is going to be 0.33333 to infinity. It means that this type of decimal is repeating or recurring decimal. It means that 1 over 3 is also rational. Meaning any number that can be expressed in form of fraction, or quotient, or decimal, whether repeating or recurring, we call them rational. Okay? But rational has no business with salt. Take note, rational has no business with salt. It means that it is irrational number we are going to discuss in this very aspect, in this very topic. So we are going to be looking at irrational number, meaning numbers that are difficult to express in form of fraction or in form of decimal fraction or in form of fraction like this, then fraction like this, or decimal fraction like this. Okay, the numbers that are difficult to express like this or like this. It means that these are the number we are going to discuss in this very topic. And this one will be on this very one, the one that has to do with this. Okay, this one is solved, irrational, this one is solved, irrational, and this one is irrational. But our major concern is going to be on this, the one that has square roots. Okay, the square root of a number. We are going to be looking at square root of a number. Okay, we are not going to look at the one of cube root. We are not going to look at the one of fourth root, fifth root, sixth root, seventh root, we are not doing an aspect. Meaning our major concern is going to be on square root. In this sort, we are going to be discussing square root. It means that our major concern will be on square root. Square root, yes, square root of any number. Okay, it can be a number that is 2, it can be the square root of 3, it can be the square root of 6. As far as this number cannot be expressed in form of fraction or in form of decimal fraction or in form of decimal, whether repeating or recurring, or in form of fraction like this. As far as the number cannot be represented in this very form, or in this very form, or in this very form. Therefore, we are going to regard them as some, and we are going to be dealing with them in this very course of teaching. Thank you very much for joining me on this very platform. I still remain JB Jumbo. Please don't forget the platform is still JB Jumbo Online Mathematics. Don't forget to like my page. Just search for the page, JB Jumbo Online Mathematics. Like the page so that you always get a notification as the teaching progresses. And also go to the YouTube channel, search for Mathematics Science Mega Tutorial, and subscribe. Thank you very much for joining me once again. All the best. God bless you.